Hi gymnasts, I want to talk about a confidence book that you are going to create for yourself. So what I want you to do is grab an old binder that you have, or you can go out and buy a new one, preferably one that has a pocket in the front so you can put your cover page here. I'd say go 1/2 inch to 1 inch, maybe 1 inch binder, that's about what this is, would be good. And so you're going to put a cover in here. I have some down below that you can download. You can pick the one that you like best. You can even make your own with your own pictures on it if you'd prefer. And then you are going to start creating this confidence book by downloading the book of proof download that I also have below. So it's called My Book of Proof. And what I have is each event with a space to write in all the skills that you can do on that event. So I haven't written any in here, but that's your job. So if you're on beam, you're going to write down every single skill that you know how to do on beam. Everything, like starting from the beginning of time, like the easiest stuff, like stand in high releve and, do a pivot turn, like, easy stuff or stuff that maybe you've learned already, all the way down to the hardest things that you can do now. And you're going to write that in for every single event. And I just have these in a protector. Okay, so you could do it that way. You don't even have to. You could just punch a hole in it and put it in here just like this. But I like to protect my papers. And then you are going to keep adding to this book of proof. So as you learn a skill in the gym, when you learn a new dismount, when you learn a new skill, you go back into your book of proof and you write it down. This is going to show you all of the things that you have accomplished on each event in gymnastics. And this is a way for your brain to look at what you've done and to remember what an amazing gymnast you are. Because I know along the way, sometimes you might lose sight of that. Maybe you have a rough practice, or things aren't going as well as you'd like, or maybe you're not moving up in levels like you want to. Well, you go back and you look at your book of proof, and it reminds you where you started. It reminds you of how you started, or where you were when you started in gymnastics, doing a forward roll or backwards roll. That was really hard. I remember backwards rolls when I first started gymnastics. It was like the hardest thing, pizza by hand. Okay, and it reminds you of where you started, and then you look at where you are now, and that is just this proof, this book of proof of how amazing and awesome you are as a gymnast and how much you've learned. And you keep adding to this. But this is going to be the start of your confidence book, and I'll talk more about this in other videos, but this is how you start it. So definitely go ahead and get a binder, make a cover, or download one of the covers I have, print out the book of proof, fill it in, and put it in your binder, and that's how you're going to start. So get to work and get this done.